So apparently, for today's shocking, well, wait, hold on, I'll give it a second. Okay. So apparently, I don't know if you guys, I don't know how long you guys have been on the internet, but if anyone happens to remember that girl who stabbed her friend for the Slender girl, for the Slender girl, the Slender Man girl who like killed her friend because of Slender Man. Apparently, she escaped from prison. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how that's possible, but she escaped from prison. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yep, the girl who stabbed her friend for Slender Man recently went on the run. 2025, the insanity never stops. I covered the Slender Man stabbing case on this channel a couple of years ago, and I never expected to discuss it again, but some truly questionable decisions by a judge and some medical professionals has resulted in a manhunt for an attempted killer.
Lock him up. Lock him. Yeah, Slender Man had to like, how do you just like what?
It's been more than 24 hours since Geyser was last seen at her group home on Cronky Drive in Madison. Police say her whereabouts are still unknown at this hour.
Unknown?
And tonight we're learning more about the timeline between when she cut off that GPS monitor and when authorities were alerted.
Why was she on probation?
In order to understand how we got here, though, you need a recap of what happened in this case, and you need to learn about some controversial details about the Slender Man stabber's punishment. The Slender Man stabbing case involved three 12-year-old girls, Morgan Geyser, Anissa Weier, and their victim, Payton Leutner, all three from Waukesha, Wisconsin. They were friends,
crazy, dude.
And the air quote,
This shit, when this happened, this shit was so wild, because it's like, girl, what are you, like, what are y'all on? It's a creepypasta.
are needed here, which you'll find out why shortly. Morgan and Anissa had a disturbing fixation with online creepypasta stories, specifically the legend
yeah, you fucking think?
of Slender Man. And when Slender Man wanted them to execute a proxy killing, they were happy to oblige if it would
How do they? Look at that.
appease him.
I might as well just say it. We were trying to kill her.
In May of 2014, in Waukesha, Wisconsin, Morgan and Anissa held a sleepover and invited their friend, Payton. They had all hung out many times before, but you could say that
She looks fucking geeked. She looks geeked as fuck.
Payton wasn't as tight with them as the other two were with each other. Little did Payton know their reasoning behind her being invited was so that they could kill her and use her as a sacrifice to Slender Man to make him happy. Morgan and Anissa have gone on record claiming that they believed
So geeked. She looks, I'm sorry, she just looks so geeked.
if they didn't commit violence for Slender Man, he was going to kill them and their families. So the demented duo lures Payton away to a nearby park the morning after their slumber party, and that's where Morgan produces a knife and stabs Payton 19 times.
19 times as a 12-year-old is insane.
Leave her for dead and flee into the woods. Badly wounded and bleeding out, Payton crawls up to a nearby roadside and is miraculously noticed by a passing cyclist who promptly calls 911, and because of this, she actually manages to get help and survive the attack. Several hours later, Morgan and Anissa would be found miles away.
I thought she died.
Walking down Interstate 94, and they were taken into custody for attempted homicide-related charges. Something that would become clear when it came to prosecuting these two 12-year-olds is that Morgan seemingly had no remorse for what she did, at least initially. During her interrogation, she remained cold, detached, and calmly explained
Lock her ass up. Lock her the fuck up.
that the only reason she did what she did was to appease Slender Man. It had to be done. You could say that her attitude was that of a hitman.
Dude, what's in that? What does it matter? What does it matter? I think what?
Might as well just say it. We were trying to kill her.
What did you do next?
I already told you.
What was that?
Stab, 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 stab.
Dude, doing it, that's just so nonchalant. That's crazy.
On the other hand, Anissa was very much immediately remorseful, with detectives noting her being visibly upset, crying, and asking if Payton had survived the attack. She even reportedly let out a sigh of relief when they told her that the girl was still alive. It became clear early on that Morgan was the crazier of this bunch, and
No shit.
Anissa was more of a naive accomplice. The courts would certainly see it this way too. Now, considering the whole Slender Man told me to kill people element of the story and the fact that they were both 12 years old at the time, it might not be all too surprising for you to learn that.
And they think kids are online but now. I think we've had a problem with kids being online just period. Because like, dude, this shit was going on back then too.
Both of them were found not guilty by reason of insanity, but they wouldn't be turned loose after that. Wisconsin law requires those given a not guilty by insanity ruling to be institutionalized by the state. Anissa was initially committed to serve 25 years under the custody of the Wisconsin Department
25 years? 25 years for 12 stabbing? For stabbing her 12 times? I don't know. I think she needs to get hit with a book. Give her like 50.
Health Services. Whereas the knife-wielding Morgan was committed to serve
Oh, Morgan's the one with the okay.
40 years.
Oh, she used that knife? Oh. 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 Ugh.
In a state psychiatric hospital, specifically the Winnebago Mental Health Institute in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, which is where both of the girls were actually sent when it came time to, be monitored. Now, this is where things get a bit interesting and moves into the territory of Morgan escaping and going missing for a time.
Oh, what is that? What's going on with the what is that? How she got a windblown look in a closed environment? What's happening here?
In July of 2021, Anissa Weier was actually granted a conditional release from the state hospital after responding well to treatment. She's no longer believing in Slender Man, she's not psychotic or psychopathic, and has consistently expressed profound remorse for her part in the attack on Payton. As a result of this, she was given a conditional release, which allowed her to live with her father, though she was still under DHS supervision for a bit and had to wear a GPS monitor. As far as I'm aware, she hasn't caused any trouble since this. Morgan, seeing this, would also make efforts to get a conditional release of her own, but to put it lightly, it's been quite difficult for her to get one because, well, it seems that she still might be dangerous. Morgan's case is just far more complicated. While in custody, she was diagnosed with childhood onset schizophrenia and has reportedly suffered repeated flare-ups of psychosis since being committed. While she has expressed more consistent remorse about the attack on Payton, that has only come in
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm eating. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm eating right now.
Recent years when she's been trying to get a conditional release. We gotta note how violent her attack was. 19 stab wounds. That's going to be taken into account when we're talking about letting somebody off easier and putting them into a DHS supervision that's a step belower than a hospital.
Oh, just like putting them back into society,
Other troubling developments include reports that allege Morgan has used the internet while in the psychiatric hospital and sent violent communications to an individual on the outside. Another report that I've seen from ABC News claims that Morgan was allegedly caught reading a book pertaining to sexual sadism while she was in the hospital. All of these potential issues were discussed during Morgan's appeal for conditional release.
Oh, and then she went for the all over buzz cut. Okay. All right, that's all right. That's totally fine.
Release earlier this year, but despite the concerns levied, in July of 2025, Waukesha County Circuit Judge Scott Wagner approved a conditional release plan that would allow Morgan to serve her committed.
My God. Oh my God.
Under more lenient terms. Though given Morgan's past, her plan was a bit more stringent, at least compared to Anissa. In recent months, Morgan has been turned
oh my. I can't help it. Oh my.
Loose from the psych hospital and was allowed to live in a group home in Madison, Wisconsin. She was still under strict supervision though and had to wear a GPS ankle monitor. She lived here with other people in this halfway house setting. I've seen reports claim that she got there around October, but it could have been a bit sooner than that. Just know that she hasn't been there long. Now keep in mind, Morgan had to work extremely hard for years to get this conditional release. Surely she won't screw this up or do anything insane, right?
It just that.
right?
Police in Wisconsin say a young woman at the center of the Slender Man stabbing case is now on the run.
On the evening of Saturday, November 20,
How did she even like concoct the plan to even figure a way out of wherever she was? Like what?
Second, Morgan went missing from her group home. Her ankle monitor was reportedly cut and she was seemingly on the run. The local police were notified early Sunday morning. Not long after, a surveillance photo reportedly showing Morgan was published by law enforcement, and curiously, she was with somebody. Now, this is quite the disturbing scenario, as it seems as though Morgan, with this action, is literally proving that she's not reformed. The moment they gave her just a little bit of slack, she ran off with some mysterious stranger, allegedly. And you know, you gotta wonder, like, is she going to commit violence? I hate to even say it, but your mind can't help but go there.
No, seriously.
I mean, dude, is she gonna go after Payton again? Like, can you imagine how unsettling it was for Payton and her family to hear the news of Morgan escaping like this? I mean, Jesus Christ. Now, I would be telling you all to keep an eye out and call 911 if you see Morgan, but thankfully, the manhunt issued for her has been proven successful.
Wow.
On the evening of November 23rd,
wow, dude, imagine ruining all your chances for freedom after so long because you just want, and then for a day. All you got out of it was a day. Fucking tough. That's tough. That's so tough.
Morgan was found by police in Posen, Illinois. She was found with a 42-year-old individual at a truck stop in the area. It appears the 42-year-old traveled with Morgan across state lines by bus. According to reports, police responded to a complaint regarding two people loitering behind the building. When cops arrived, they found Morgan and the 42
What the fuck was she doing?
2-year-old sleeping on the sidewalk back there. Police allege that Morgan initially gave them a fake name, but when pressed, she admitted that she didn't want to tell them who she was because she had previously, quote, done something bad, unquote, and even suggested that they should, quote, just Google her. When found, both individuals were detained, and according to AP News, the 42-year-old has been charged with trespassing and obstructing identification.
What?
The two apparently described themselves as being friends.
Oh, right, he gave him a fake ID, that's why.
But I really don't have enough information to elaborate any further on that piece. We don't know anything about why she did this or what her motives were, but something is very blatantly clear to me. Morgan is not reformed, she wasn't ready to be released from the psychiatric hospital, and the people who pushed for her conditional release might need to spend a day or two in the psych ward themselves.
No,
I mean,
seriously.
okay, like the last part's obviously a joke, but this is an embarrassing fuck up by the state. The judge is probably regretting his approval big time right now.
Like,
You know,
what are we thinking? Like, she was 12 when she did this. Like, I don't, dude, what?
Time to ruin Thanksgiving, I guess. I was just wrapping up here. I gotta say, I'm so relieved they found Morgan as quickly as they did. It would have truly been terrifying having this girl on the run given her past. The fact that she skedaddled so quickly after just getting a small chance of freedom too is what proves to me that she's still very much unhinged. Anyways, guys, just wanted to weigh in on this in a one-off update style video. Hope you enjoyed it. Might do more in the future, might not. Have a good one. Wavy Web Surf out. Peace.
Wow. W Wavy. That was a crazy one.